Okay, we might have missed it, but we cut our eighths into sixteenths. So now we have 16 slices in our pizza. We're going to do the same thing over here. Always start working from left to right. Start from the center, work your way out, and then when you're starting, you're going to start from the dead center. We'll review this after I get done with this segment. We're going to take each of those slices and cut them in half, just like we did the pizza. We're not worrying about labeling at this point. We're just cutting each segment in half. Okay. Now, I talked about the pattern of the numerators when we were labeling the eighths. Here's a really fast way to label the sixteenths. If we use that same pattern with the numerators, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, all you got to do to finish this out is do a /16 underneath all of the sixteenths that you just did. If I'm going too fast on this, pause and go back on it. So we go 1/16, 3/16, 5/16, 7/16, 9/16, 11/16, 13/16, 15/16. Okay? To review that, without cutting up the pizza on here, that's kind of a terrible rectangle. Let's redo that. Without labeling and without using the pizza as our analogy, we're going to just go like this. We're going to do 3 over here and we'll do 4 over here. Okay, could be 14, could be 13, could be 14, doesn't really matter. Start out, cut it in half. Cut each of those segments in half. Cut each of those segments in half. Then cut the last piece in half, just like this. If you wanted to label, you could, but that's a really fast way how to draw a ruler. Now, after this video, watch the Google SketchUp drawing out a ruler, because we're going to do that. We're going to do this idea of dividing up a ruler 12 times. And it might seem like a lot, but the more you do it, the easier it's going to be to understand fractions and understand measurement. You cannot build a single thing if we don't understand measurement first, which is one of the reasons why I make sure that before every single grade, every single year, doesn't matter if you're 6th grade, 7th grade, or 8th grade, we go through essentially the exact same process. Now, if you've been through this once or twice before, you should pick it up like that. It should be no problem whatsoever. But if you've not gone through it before, take your time. Understand that you're going to always take that whole section and divide it in half. Then you're going to take the 2 sections you have. You're going to divide those in half. Then you're going to take your 4 sections in half. Divide those in half. You're going to take your 8th sections and divide those in half to get 16ths. And we're just going to stop right there. Your numerators, your base denominators, the base denominators are going to be 2, 4, 6, and 8. A lot of times on pre-test when I do this unit, people will write sevenths, people will write thirds. We only use 4 denominators. Half, 4th, 8th, and then 16th would be our 4th one. And so that's a really simple way to draw out a ruler. Think about cutting up a pizza. You should do just fine.